The world has come to a standstill. As one of the most profound and transformative figures in modern religious history, Pope Francis has passed away. His legacy, one of kindness, reform, and devotion to the poor and marginalized, will forever be etched in the hearts of millions around the world. Pope Francis didn't just lead the Catholic Church, he revolutionized it. His reign was one of compassion and humility, challenging the established norms while embodying the very principles he preached. And now, as his body lies in state in St. Peter's Basilica, we are reminded of the immense impact this man had not just on the Church but on the entire world. This moment, as the faithful world leaders and the public gather to honor Pope Francis, is not just a mourning of his death, but a celebration of a life well lived. In his time, Pope Francis became a symbol of hope for the voiceless, a champion of peace, a defender of human dignity, and an environmental advocate. As we reflect on his life, it's impossible to ignore how much he reshaped the Catholic Church. His calling was never to serve for the sake of power or status, but to walk in the footsteps of Christ, serving humanity with a love that knew no bounds. And as he made his final journey, we are reminded of the legacy he leaves behind, a legacy that will shape the future of the Church for generations to come. The Vatican, and the world at large, has paused to reflect on the profound impact of this beloved Pope. Pope Francis' body, placed solemnly in St. Peter's Basilica, has become the center of a global moment of reflection. Thousands of people from every corner of the earth have gathered to pay their respects, not only because he was a pope, but because he was someone who represented the best qualities of humanity. From small gestures of compassion to massive efforts toward global change, Pope Francis's life was a continuous act of selflessness. His leadership was driven by love, not by ambition. He spent his days walking among the people, listening to their struggles, and offering guidance rooted in mercy and justice. The Pope's journey was one marked by humility. He was known for his simple lifestyle, his genuine connection with people from all walks of life, and his unwavering commitment to social justice. Pope Francis did not shy away from addressing the most pressing issues of our time: poverty, inequality, the climate crisis, and the importance of interfaith dialogue. He consistently emphasized that the Catholic Church's primary mission was to serve those in need, especially the most marginalized and oppressed. His papacy was not just about ceremonial duties. It was about action, about challenging the status quo and calling for change. And when he spoke, the world listened. One of Pope Francis's most groundbreaking actions was his focus on social justice and the fight against inequality. He was not afraid to speak out against the excesses of the wealthy or the exploitation of the poor. He spoke of the need for the Church to turn its gaze away from power and wealth and focus instead on the needs of the less fortunate. His commitment to fighting poverty and inequality transcended borders and resonated with people of all faiths. He called for a world where compassion and empathy ruled, and where the dignity of each person was upheld above all else. But Pope Francis was not only concerned with the material poverty of the world, he also deeply cared about the spiritual and moral poverty that he saw. He urged the faithful to go beyond mere rituals and traditions and to truly live out the values of Christ in their everyday lives. His teachings went beyond the confines of the Church and touched on global issues. He reminded us that we are all stewards of the earth, responsible for its care and protection, and that the fate of the planet is intertwined with the well-being of humanity. His environmental encyclical, Laudato Si, was a call to action, urging the world to recognize the urgent need for environmental justice and sustainable living. As Pope Francis's body lay in state, it wasn't just an event for Catholics. It was a global moment of unity, a time for people to come together and honor a man who had lived his life serving others. It was a reminder of the deep connection we all share, not just as followers of the Catholic faith, but as human beings. Pope Francis embodied the essence of what it means to love and serve others without question, and his legacy will continue to inspire us to live lives of compassion, kindness, and generosity. The funeral of Pope